See the truth reflecting back in 1,000 different eyes.
Welcome back to the Fathers Making Progress podcast, where we talk community and how we build stronger families and community through stronger fathers and culture. Today is the Fatherhood for the Culture, African-Centered Rites of Passage, a Sentu episode. We're talking about African-Centered Rites of Passage, identity, spirituality, and the lessons that our ancestors left us, because we're never meant to wander without our roots. And you know, we have some folks who found the way home, and we help others find the way home. So today we are joined in the studio by Kweku Tangelo Cargill Jr. and Abba Sheila Haygood. Abba Sheila is a longtime teacher turned social worker who's is a female rights facilitator who, after her first go-round with the rights, saw it fit and saw it just to be so transformational that she came back to become a facilitator herself. And she's facilitated classes, most recently with me in the Battalion last year, and Kweku Tangelo is has actually brought the first baby that's ever come to our studio, man. Little angel. What's little angel? What's that?
I'm Riel Amalé Cargill.
Oh,
it means a beautiful blessing to the world.
Beautiful blessing to the world. So as you can see, Kweku Tangelo was our 2025 Fathers Making Progress Rookie Dad of the Year. Who actually won that award before the baby was even born, just through his beautiful preparation and just being ready for his daughter to come into the world. Him and his wife. He's also a member of the Alpha Fraternity and a rights facilitator who, also after his initiation, came back and became a facilitator and has facilitated groups, with the Alpha Bows, and actually helped me facilitate a group along with our mentor, Kwabena Jimba Fawson, who unfortunately couldn't be here. Man, he's here in spirit though. Yes. He's always here in spirit. Always. But we did, a initiation of the rights, or a youth rights class with the young man from Shalom High School through the pandemic. So welcome you all. Welcome here. So hey, we are going to go through. We gonna see who are. We gonna learn more about our guests. Learn who we be. Baby over there shaking that toy. We gonna learn who we be. We're going to get into some facts and cap, the African culture edition, and we are going to, of course, just talk a little bit more about our rights and our experiences. But first, I wanted to just shout out our sponsors, which is Better Together. Better Together is the Fathers Making Progress program geared towards a new day for healthy co-parents. So sign up today. Go to the website. Check out this QR code right here. But sign up for Better Together. So, hey, back to our guests. Who wants to get started? So who you be? Now, when we say who you be, not just your titles, not just what you do for a living. I mean, you get a chance to talk about that too, but just who you are. I mean, in our rights fashion, because we all been initiated, and that was part of our journey, right? We found out who we are and how we learned it to be true. So who want to start?
Well, I am Abba Sheila, as you already said. And it's awesome just to share about the rites of passage, because I am in process, as a matter of fact, of writing my own memoir.
Ooh,
and this is really much connected at this time in my life. And I've been reading, Michelle Obama's things and some of Obama's things. But anyway, I was that little black girl sent to the all-white school.
Oh.
My mother said that was the best education for us. Catholic schools were the best at the time. And that's what, we went to. And I got caught up in that identity.
Beautiful.
That's exactly what I went through, and wanted to change my last name to be a white name.
Wow.
And absolutely. And I lived in that system of thinking for many years, and was starting to come out of it. And it really, it's surprising to me that at my older age that I finally got connected with rites of passage, because it was at the right time when my identity things were shifting. Because when you get caught up in this system of performance and wanting to be somebody else and don't know who you are, you have to get out of that hole.
Okay.
And I feel like that's exactly what my life was. I was walking around being somebody I never was, and I didn't know who I was and how I was supposed to be grounded and rooted in who I am as a black woman.
So when did you go through the rites? Like you said it was older age. Like when in your journey did you go? Like
how many years has it been since we went through our class? And before that,
Okay, now you got me. Now you got me doing the digging. I want to say that was 2021.
okay, so
Yeah.
So as I was older, I mean, like I said, I was coming out. I know I was coming out and looking for more. But then what happened was when I joined Rites of Passage and got connected with Mother Bangura, who is my mentor, and she's gone on to be with the Lord.
May she rest in peace.
May she.
Empowered.
Without her, I'm just thankful for her.
Yes.
Thankful for her family. If it had not been for her and her guidance and all of this, and getting to the Rites of Passage and coming to the understanding and still coming to even more understanding today. It's fantastic. So anyway, back to that story, just learning who you are in your black skin. You know what I'm saying? Because this world will take it from you. They'll do their best to beat you down and take it from you. And like I said, get in that performance mode, get into that system of how the world works, but not really who you are, so that you're embracing your full identity. And so it brought forth a lot of different things. It was the power and the time to listen and listen deeply. Yeah. And that's really what the Rites of Passage did for me, and to bring the understanding that I needed. So it's a beautiful story, and it's still unfolding for me, because I feel like I'm coming even more into who I was born to be. And so I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for the Rites of Passage.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you. I share that gratitude. And, hey, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how about you, brother? Who you be?
First off, I am, again, Kweku Tangelo Cargill Jr. I go by Kweku Tangelo. And first off, thank you for letting me bring my baby here today.
Oh, yeah. And I was going to say, listen deeply. You said, listen deeply. The baby kind of got to singing a little bit. So anybody at home, if you heard that wasn't your imagination. You did just tap into your childhood. Yeah, there's actually a baby here in the studio. But it's so funny. But we talked about that like a couple episodes ago, couple weeks ago, about the healing properties of the sounds of baby's joy and children's joy. We literally just talked about that a few episodes ago. So there it was.
I love that. Because she can be very talkative. So I have no idea how she's gonna be this evening. But I'm thankful that she is enjoying her toy right now.
Oh yeah.
But a little bit about myself. I say first off, I am a husband. I am now a father. I would say FMP labeled me in COVID as a community father.
That's right, yeah.
I've really learned what that meant, which is really a mentor. Someone who supports someone younger than you, I'm sure even could be older than you, supporting them on their journey in whatever way you can. So I guess I've been a community father for a long time and feel so privileged to be a father's father now.
Father's father,
yeah. My baby girl is 11 months, and to your point, brings me so much joy. Her laughter, her smiles, how she shows up in the world is truly a gift. And again, I'm Kweku. I'm a male child born on Wednesday. I'm the sweet messenger. I'm one who has the opportunity and ability to love individuals in all the ways they need to be loved. And I take pride in seeing people reach their highest levels of potential. And I'm sure we'll get to a little bit later, but that's truly me living in my purpose. And being a father is a great example of me living in my purpose, and I'm extremely grateful and thankful. Similar to Abba Sheila, I went to a Catholic high school as well. You said that, I was like, man, I went to Mesmer. And
get deep.
It's similar to your story. It was actually my grandmother who felt that a religious institution would be most valuable to where I was at in my education. And I'm very thankful for her foresight, because she was definitely right. But opposite of you, I would say, is Mesmer was predominantly black and Hispanic at that time. So for me, it was
Yeah, you done went to Mesmer in the past 20 years.
You know what I mean? You go back 30, 40, 50. Very different.
Yeah.
Very different. So I wanted to echo on that high school point, that Catholic education. But I think all education is critical as long as it's high quality.
Absolutely.
But I hear you at that time. it was that.
That was
And I think we're in a critical time when we talk about our education system. Just you go all the way to the Fed, all the way to local.
Yeah.
We are definitely at a critical time of where education needs to be prioritized in a different way. And I hope we continue to have strong educational leaders who push our MPS, our charter, et cetera, to better and stronger places as I care more because I got a child.
That's it.
I just have a different interest
Yes.
in our education system now than I had even just
That's
20 months ago.
That's a well. That's a well we got to drink from.
Come on now.
because even homeschooling's coming back.
It
Big
is.
time, because I homeschooled my son before, I put him in the school system, and so that's something strong that's coming back. And if you feel, you have the availability to be home with your child and train them and up in the way that you want them to go for it. I recommend it.
I never desired to homeschool, but through the pandemic, where we had to, it's like we had to, like I'll never forget Black History Month and the lessons in the pandemic and just how we were able to kind of do Black History Month like for real. Like we were teaching rights lessons. We were it's just like we had a chance to, and I got it. And that was just one of the things where my girls were in high school at the time. Golden and Nasia were in high school at the time, and we had a chance to do some rights lessons, as a part of their Black History lessons, and they would never got that if they were just doing through the standard school system. We wouldn't have had time, and that wouldn't. We wouldn't have had time, and that wouldn't have been it.
Exactly.
But man. So just how the rights has been, like even in your introductions, we talk about how the rights has been transformational, and I could even talk a little bit about myself when I ask the guests who I be. This is something that I just feel inclined to share, just because of what we're talking about. I think I shared this on a couple episodes ago, but we actually had another Kwojo on the show. So Kwojo is my day name, and that's Monday. That's Monday child born on Monday, and we are peacemakers by nature. And it's like literally, the person who was on here. This was Charles Robinson. We do peace intervention circles. This is something like mediation, like how it's just amazing how who you are and just some of these ancient rights that our ancestors have believed and carried for thousands of years, just how relevant a lot of times they are to our personality, and just like that whole learning about who we are and how we know needed to be true. The rights for me came at a time that was really critical in my life. I had just, like I said, as a lot of us do, Black boys have identity issues going up in the world, deciding who we're going to be. I always talk about how becoming a father saved my life. And that was something that was progressional. It wasn't something that happened overnight, because I still had to figure out who I was going to be and what I was going to do and how I was going to do that. And the rights came at a time right after my Public Allies year, in 2004, 2005, where I was mentored with Kwabena Ruben Harpo, who immediately, of course, because of his affiliation, man, you need to go through this rights class. So right then and there, I did that, and it was almost kind of part. It just put a real cap. It put a real, very strong, seasoning on some of the things that I kind of, decided that I was going to dedicate my life to.
Exactly.
That was just really, really powerful for me. So Abba Sheila, you spent the years as a teacher, and like how's that work? Right? How's that work prepared you to facilitate these rights?
Well, actually, it was because of my trip to Ghana.
Oh,
I had
okay.
already been praying about and seeking Spirit, what I could do to bless my community. After I came out of the classroom, actually, and when we were on our trip to Ghana and doing our sashels and whatnot, the Spirit was like, no, you have to sit on the bus and listen. And so I was, and everybody out there was shopping. I had to be still, and I was listening. And so he said, you can be a tutor. So this has brought me to the place to tutor my people, because especially going through COVID.
Yeah.
I was needed so much, and we had so much work to do, and the kids were getting so behind, and reading and math and different things like that. So that's how it impacted me. That's how I connected more to my community, and that's how I began to even grow even more. And then, like my brother has shared, doing mentoring, doing worthy women.
Worthy women.
Worthy women. And mentoring young women and mentoring. That's why I think I got into the social work even deeper, because our women are out here crying and they need guidance.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hearing every day. And so just using that in the language, using the rites of passage, helping them to understand, purpose, helping them understand who they are, why are you here? That's usually the first question. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you got to connect with this in order for you to make any other decisions, the other decisions that are going to be coming along in your life. And so it's just been all connected and worked together. Yeah, I could go on and on. Just how powerful it is.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and you mentioned that trip to Ghana, and I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit about what the Untitled Rites of Passage are for those who listening and watching. And y'all feel free to jump in too. But Untitled Rites, essentially was created first as a college course, at Marquette University by Dr. Nana Kweku. Kwojo, Dr. Anthony Mensah, Nana Mensah, back in the 70s or 80s? The 80s?
70s going into the 80s.
Going into the 80s. 70s going into the 80s.
Pan-Africa.
So, it was a Pan-African class. Dr. Mensah himself, and shout out to Dr. Mensah. May he rest in peace. Beautiful work, left a beautiful legacy through his wonderful children who we all are still blessed to have a relationship with. But Dr. Mensah started this class. He himself was from Ghana, and he took some of the old ways, as an educator, he took some of these old ways and, kind of conditioned them to teach African Americans, who a lot of which are from that section in Africa. We got the 23andMe, we got a lot of the genealogy stuff. It's funny, my wife, who actually accompanied me when I went, she came back, that a lot of her lineage is from that region, which was really, really cool. Like literally from the Kumasi region, which we got a chance to visit.
Awesome.
My folks from Nigeria, apparently, but
I got a little more Congo in me too.
But all good.
All right.
But the rites was something that was created. The Untitled Rites of Passage, was created to teach these three answers to these three major questions, and that's who you are, what your purpose is, and how you know that to be true.
Yeah.
And we've been kind of entrusted as flame keepers for the next generation of continuing that work. So if you ever heard my name be Kwojo, that's why. That was my I'll actually during my next trip, hopefully. Because that's also a part of it. Many of us, as a part of our training and as a part of our experience in becoming rights facilitators, have actually traveled to Ghana with the Mensah family, and had a chance to go to, as you alluded to, and make, like, it's so funny how this happened. I brought this today. This almost kind of called out to me as I was getting ready to come to this today. This called, I saw it in the course, like, I should bring this. I mean, I know who I got coming on today. Like, we created and crafted these ourselves to hang in our house with these Ndinkra symbols that all just kind of carry a symbolic meaning. Well, they all have symbolic meanings, but just a symbolic meaning that's unique to us.
Yes.
My cloth here tells a story.
Yes.
That I, if I had more time, I kind of go through and talk about. But yeah, so what does it mean to hold space as a female facilitator? Because one of the things that's cool about the rights classes is, we believe in that duality, that male, that's just kind of how we structure that male-female facilitator. She is so cute over there jangling the keys. but what does it mean for you as a female facilitator? Like for example, coming in with those young men and being able just to kind of show up for them.
Oh
in
my
that way.
goodness, it is the best thing I ever did, it filled me up even more. As being a teacher, and then to facilitate them and to listen to them ask questions. How do you know? You know what I'm saying? And how do I continue to live out this life that I'm called to live out? And that was what was powerful to me. And to see each of them transform as they received more and more information. Yeah. And because we know the purpose of it really, of the rites of passage, was to help men become, mature, to integrate into who they are and their character and to be who they're called to be. And because of that, I wanted them to be strong and to stand in that. So that's kind of like what I commanded from the classroom. Oh, no, you're not going to come in here and be silly. We're not silly no more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. You should have seen. She was getting on them. I heard. She was on heads, boy.
No, but it's like...
They respected you for it.
And they really did, yes.
Because you're getting ready to go into the real world. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know who you are and what you stand for and what you got to do, and just like you talked about Dr. Menza's book and the Pan-African, and it breaks each section of how to live this life down. And I drew some information from those parts in that book in order to help them to learn how to live. You can manage your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with managing your time, balance it out. Yeah, you want to go out and have a good time too, but work comes first. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to handle the ladies? You know what I'm saying? When you start getting that attention and it feel good and it look good, but what you going to do with that really? Where is your focus? And so helping them move through those different type of stages in their life of development and owning that. And I even had them do quite a few exercises and whatnot so that they can learn what's your emotional state. Where are you at?
Right.
Where are you going? What you doing? Just list out some things and get to know themselves. Because a lot of they're walking through life and haven't even been asked. It sounds simple, but it's not simple. What's your favorite color? It says something about you. If you say red, there's some fire in you.
That's right.
There's some power in you. We all have power, but that color represents something strong in you, courageous. You know what I mean? And so just get into some simple things and then having them build on that in their lives and knowing themselves and understanding about themselves. Because very few people will ask you about you.
That's right. Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
And those bowls, man. And well, first of all, I'm a backbone to say this. Those were some awesome young men.
Yes,
like
they were.
Those dudes. I'm just like,
Ooh-wee.
they restored, because I kind of had, there's a bunch of stuff going on with some of the kids that, and it's just like, dare I say it, those kids restored my faith in me.
Because they came
young men in the city, man. It was some things that were going on. I mean, we kind of are our sight line, right? But there was some things that had happened. I'm just like, dang, like we in trouble. But like just to see them, and just hearing their ambitions and seeing how they walking in that light and shout out. And I just say this real quick plug. Hey man, please. What is it? January T that we looking for the next.
You talking about the Battalion?
Yeah.
Yes, we are actively recruiting right now.
Oh, we actively recruiting right now. Okay.
For 2027's Battalion.
So
for senior young males who are looking for a scholarship opportunity, again, to Kojo Terron's point, the Rites of Passage is a part of that process.
Yeah.
But it is a scholarship Battalion process where young men, one Battalion, Mr. Battalion wins a $5,000 scholarship.
Yep. There you go.
And also, all of the young men win at least a $500 book scholarship. But there's opportunities to win so much more. So it's definitely a beautiful program. It's run by the Seven Jewels Foundation in collaboration with the Delta Chi Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So please look up our website right now. Just type in Delta Chi Lambda Scholarship Battalion, and we will pop right up.
There you go. So it's just like for high school seniors, when you're 17 and 18 years old, I mean, it's like, money, legacy, connections, and identity.
Exactly.
All at the same time,
Exactly.
and pathways to success.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't beat that. So, so jump on. And I'll just say, I had a great experience as well with that class and with, just really, I'm telling you, man. Yes. So Kweku, as Kweku got the baby over there, I'm going to pull him back in, man. So Kweku, it's like you are 2025 Rookie Dad of the Year. So it's like, how has fatherhood deepened? Look at you. She look like I'm asking her to you get your mic. You go.
Talking to my daddy.
Oh. How's fatherhood like deepen your connection, to this work?
Oh my goodness, what a question! I already think about what day of the week she's born. She was born on a Thursday morning at 5:06 a.m.
Oh.
I ain't gonna say her day name because you gifted your day name when you go through your process.
Oh yeah.
We're sharing our day names here, but historically you would be gifted your day name through a process, through a journey.
Yes.
So even though anybody can look up their day name, it is important to be given your day name through a ritual, through a process, through a journey, similar to the Rites of Passage, because that's how you would have received your day name back on the continent.
That's right. When you were a little baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you are born with that name, but you start to walk in your name when you are given your purpose that the ancestors expected of you. So for me, again, I'm a male child born on Wednesday, and one of the things that the ancestors expected of me was I was going to have the ability to love individuals in the various ways they need to be loved. And I think as a father, I've even in this short period of time, this 11 months, she's stepping into month 12 in a few weeks here. She is she's a firecracker, as you see. She has a lot of energy. She's a beautiful spirit. She's filled with joy and happiness, and she deserves all my attention.
Oh yeah, and, I saw as soon as she came in the studio, she looked like, I swear she looked like she wanted to unbuckle her thing and just get like, I want to explore this place, man.
She's a very curious baby.
Excellent.
If we were at home, she'd be on the ground crawling right now.
Yeah.
She's learning how to walk, which is she loves standing up.
My heart was like this, and now it's like this.
It is. My heart has definitely grown. My priorities have shifted. My wife and child, are the most important things to me. I really had to prioritize my wife for all the beautiful reasons, and now I got two. Beautiful girl and woman to give my time and energy to. And I would say it's also taught me to, as a community dad, mentorship has been a critical part of majority of my journey. I've had some amazing mentors who've guided me to this point. One I would even speak to in this space. I'm sure he'll be on a future podcast.
Oh, yeah.
If he hasn't been on one already, Mr. Curtis Marshall.
Yep. Shout out to brother. We got to get him on.
He's been my mentor since I was 17 years old.
Last year, Trailblazer of the year.
Yes, he was.
Awesome.
Yes, he was. We got recognized in the same year.
Yep.
And Terron knows that day was beautiful for the recognition, but it also brought Mr. Marshall and I back together.
Yes, that's beautiful.
We had been going through a journey, as most fathers and sons do, and we were going through one of our own, and the FMP Awards, it brought us back together. And he has been such an amazing grandfather to baby girl. He was with us last night.
Oh, okay.
So I would just say, fatherhood has shifted how I think about the world. It shifted how I prioritize my time. It shifted what I care about, as you see her smiling. And I would say for folks who are visible, who like to watch podcasts, you are going to enjoy watching baby girl in this podcast, because she is giving all of the energy right now. You trying to get back to daddy? Here, come on.
Now
you kind of touched on it a little bit, Abba, like just through your life experience.
Yes.
But it's just like how can reconnecting with culture, reconnecting through the culture, restore our identities and spiritualities? And that's for anybody.
Absolutely. Because we are spirit beings.
Okay.
Beginning. That is our beginning. You know what I'm saying? It helps spiritually to understand that this flesh is just the covering of that. Oh. That's why you have to depend on the spirit in order to move through life. And that's what the young men had to grasp and understand. I was like, like I said about my story, I got caught up in the performance piece and doing all the stuff on the outside, but you hadn't really connect with who you really are on the inside, so that the gifts are flowing. And coming out. Just like with my brother, he's got so many different gifts and different things to understand. Both of you have that. And that's what you want to come out, so that you can affect change in community. That's the releasing of it. So even when we talked about, I can't think of it. Anyway, we talked about a lot of different things, but they got very vulnerable, and it took them back to understand, why am I doing what I'm doing?
Why am I doing what I do?
Exactly.
Yes.
And so when you get to the depth of that, and then they start to look at themselves like, like I did. I was just performing. I just wanted to make some money. I just wanted to do good. I just want the world, And I even heard a couple people talking like that, and I think they begin to shift.
That's right.
It was like, no, we're not here for you to just be out here making money, looking good for everybody else. Who are you, and why are you doing what you're doing, and how is it affecting change for the people that you're going to be around? First for yourself, because it starts with you, and then what we talking about? Our community. being a blessing.
You know, and it you know, like I've been on both sides of the fence. I've done some very negative things and made money in some very negative ways. But I will tell you this. One thing that you learn in that lesson, and when you start to come into the right, like you said, that why, like there's a heavy steeped why, in everything that I do. I'm not perfect, but there's a heavy, because the thing is, and the thing that I learned really early in life, like I said, I'm not proud of all the decisions I made, but I know how to feed myself. I know how to feed myself, like legit, like that's baseline, like you know, like making money and all, that's a baseline. It's like that. I decided a long time ago that is not going to define me or how I move.
Come on. And
Seriously.
and a lot of them come in with that thinking. Oh yeah, because we got to be boss men out here, and we got to be showing up. We got to flash, and we got no. That flash will come. I mean, you're gonna look good, but you're gonna be your authentic self.
That's right.
Showing up as the spirit being that you were sent here to be, and you're gonna be shining like a rock star, and all your gifts are shining, and then that's gonna draw that money to you.
That's right. Even more so if you live in your light and you live in your purpose. You know, if you live in your light, you live in your purpose, all that will come. You know, but it's like, so it's like being driven by that. You can't let that be the driver. Like not at all. It's like that's So just steeped in the why. I know for me that's just kind of how it showed up. Like everything I do is steeped in like. And I've learned, you know, it's so funny. Like, you take all these leadership and personality. I've learned to explain stuff to people, but a lot of times there's like there's a deep why into how I move the way I move.
Exactly.
You know, like
Your motives, your intention.
Yeah.
What is that about? Where is it coming from? What do you really want? How do you really want to be or show up? Like we talk about. How you want to show up? You know, you're gonna be a fake or you're gonna be authentic.
Yes.
One or the other. So I mean,
So, and y'all kind of talked about it a little bit, but like, how do these rights?
Terron, I want to answer that question.
Go ahead. Up.
Jump in.
Jump right on in.
Obviously, I got, you know, I am very much present, but baby
all
girl,
good. Hey, I told you the moment she saw it, she said she finna go explore. She wanna explore. She wanna see what's going on out here.
Abba Sheila, she on your left side. I can't see her now.
Come on, baby.
But
There she is. Aw.
Hey, sweet mama.
Run that question one more time, please.
Oh, okay. So, like I think it was gosh, now I got to think. Oh yeah. Reconnecting. Yeah. So how does reconnecting with culture restore identity and spirituality?
How does identifying with culture?
How does reconnecting, you know, with the culture, like just through the rights, like identity and spirituality, like the you know, how is that serving? How is the answer to those three questions, you know, serving to our lives?
Definitely. So I know y'all shared that y'all went through the rites when y'all were in the phase of adulthood. I went through the rites of passage as a senior in high school.
That's right.
So I went through in the spring of 2010, baby girl.
So that's right. You had that dope experience of being one of the bows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I am a bow. Became facilitator. I'm a bow, became fraternity member, then became facilitator.
Yeah.
So I do feel very privileged to have experienced various levels of growth. And I would say going through the rites of passage as a senior in high school, it definitely taught me my purpose. I think I was learning what it was to live in purpose or have an understanding of purpose. I knew I wanted to serve others. At that point, I thought I wanted to be a doctor. Doctors truly serve others. You know, when it comes to our physical health.
No doubt about it.
And, you know, through my journey of going through the rites of passage, I learned more about culture. And a little bit of my story, I was raised by two deaf adults who raised me through a majority white Christian church where I received most of my education. So if you ask my family in my younger years, I was the kid that they said spoke a certain way. I hate to even say it because I don't even like putting that energy on. I think there are black folks are not a monolith. We can speak in a variety of ways. We have beautiful skills. We can be anything. Which is, I feel, the privilege of our culture.
Right.
It's so vast. And I think for me, when I went through the rites of passage, it rooted me that I am black.
That's right. Yeah.
I am black. You know what I mean? I was raised around this particular community, and folks made jokes that I was of that community. But the rites of passage definitely taught me that there is no one way to be black.
That's right.
There is no one way to be African American. We encompass all of culture. Any culture that has had impact, black folks have been there, particularly if it was in the America. So I would say for me, it definitely kind of gave me more direction, and it also created and gave me more direction around what mentorship looks like. And when I think about spiritual connection, I think at that point I was even raised with the ideology that rituals were of the devil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's when it really
that's
yeah.
So
you know what I
demonic.
mean?
Oh yeah.
And the rites of passage, even more so later when we went through the facilitator process, I really learned that rituals are of us.
That's right.
You know, that is of our culture, that is of our community. We have always been ritualists.
That's right.
And it was something that I remember having a conversation with my wife around rituals when I told her, hey, I'm about to make what was it? When it's in a specific part of your house, you do
the altar.
honor. Yes.
Yeah.
I told my wife I was gonna make an altar in the house.
Yeah.
And she looked at me like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
how I was
Oh, yeah.
raised.
Right. Yeah. When folks come into my house and I have an altar in my office and it's just like when you tell that to folks, sometimes they kind of give you that
they
look.
get a little nervous.
Yeah.
What you studying? And I said, you wake up every day, right? You do something a certain way every day, right?
That's a ritual.
You brush your teeth. You do this. That's a ritual.
It's
That's right.
acceptable. It is
you know what I mean?
acceptable.
Perfect. That's an accepted ritual.
Yes.
Intentional or subconscious. But I said I'm gonna make this intentional altar, and I'm gonna say thank you to my ancestors.
That's right.
At this particular altar. And my wife was like, "This that rites of passage stuff you've been doing?" And I said, "Yes, honey." And she said, "Okay." But as I continued to go through it and she saw the change, I think she started to observe, oh no, this is actually extremely impactful.
That's right.
He needs to go through this. He needs this experience because he's bringing something into the home that is for us to share and for us to understand together and practice. And it's impacted me spiritually. It made me think differently about God and how God shows up for us. It continued to enforce the impactfulness and the intentionality and honoring our ancestors. So there was a lot of things that the process inspired for me that I don't think I ever would have taken seriously in my own life if I wouldn't have gone through the journey. So I'm extremely thankful for that process and how we continue to share with young people and hopefully adults this summer as we are planning to do a rites of passage for adults. Again, if you are a visual listener, you will enjoy this podcast with baby girl because she is now moving around the room, moving, sliding, gliding. Okay.
And many of the young men talked about that, and they were like, "And you have to do this every." I said, "Every day, you need to be coming forth and spending that time, and surrendering yourself, and doing this every day and listening every day, so that way it helps you move better through your day."
That's right.
So and that's exactly, we emphasize that as well during that class time.
And these practices that come off a lot of times as new age, like they act like this stuff is new, but like mindfulness and all, these are thousands-year old practices that our folks been doing forever, man.
Exactly. They gathered together, the community gathered together. You call it church, you can call it whatever you want to call it. That is a ritual. And that's okay to have that ritual. When you get up and you go and you come together with community once a week, that's a ritual. It shows what you believe. It shows who you are and what, the values that you have for your community to join with other people and have that altar.
And I love how you just rolled that out, Kweku T, about how, just in real time, how this strengthens our families. Like, just this cultural experience, how I come home, I share this with my wife, I share this with my babies, and it's just like, my family is different, and I like to believe my family is different because it's like once upon a time I took those strides, for us, and it just becomes ingrained. And what we do and how we do and the intentionality. Because I hear it's a lot of, like, even just down to the altar, like there's a certain kind of intentionality around, like, you know, my son can walk in my office and he'll see a shield on the wall that explains to him who his father is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to do some Facts of Cap. Facts of Cap, you know, Facts of Cap Culture Edition, you know. So what we're going to do, we're going to debunk some common myths about rites of passage, culture, and identity. And I want to throw out a statement. Y'all tell me if it's facts or cap and why. Rites of passage is just boyhood to manhood. Facts or cap?
Cap.
Cap, yeah, most definitely. So, and that's the popular, you know, people, rites of passage. We just taking boyhood to manhood. You know, like we do the things with the bows, you know, so that, because that is a very, 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 very powerful time. But what are the many stages from infancy all the way to adulthood, you know, to elderhood? Anybody want to go through it, just kind of?
He really trying to take us back to class. Wow, brother, I should have prepped a little differently. I knew you was gonna ask me to say the stages.
No, we got infancy, you know, we got, you know, like, but basically all these
infancy, adolescence, young adulthood, elderhood. I know I'm missing one.
It's adulthood. It's adulthood.
I missed adulthood. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
because it's 6 phases.
Yeah. And then we go into the elder stage, and then we go into the ancestor stage. And it's like all of our different stages have different, you know, have different attributes that either help or hurt. It's like, you know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of people have heard the term arrested development. And we talk, you know, you heard the term arrested development. Basically, when you see, it's like, you know, you see that 45-year-old man, 50-year-old man coming out, acting like some of the young boys, you know, they still on the block coming out of prison, blah, blah, blah. It's like, my brother's stuck in arrested development. You know, in him, you know, in some of his stages, he's still kind of in that young adulthood, or even sometimes even younger back, you know, going back even farther than that. And the rights has an opportunity for us to, and you can jump on in, but the rights gives us the opportunity to kind of learn the helpers and the tricksters during these stages. Yeah,
the people that are going to support you, and that will be there for you and move you forward. Not those that are talking about, hey, you need to come on over here and do this. You ain't got to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? And whispering in your ear about different things that you shouldn't be doing. Even, you know, like I talked about earlier, you know, what you going to do when you go to school, manage your time. The trickster, you know, wants to deviate you from your time, wants to distract you. But what the purpose of what you're supposed to be doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. You know, young ladies, you know, and all that physical stuff that goes on, and you have to make a choice about that. Are you going to be the one that's going to be doing that, or are you going to be the one spending your time and honoring her and her body, honoring yours first and then hers too? You know, so you both can enter in. As we learned, young ladies are preparing themselves to become mothers in the future, and because of that, you got to honor your body and prepare your body in the right way. And that don't mean giving parts and pieces of it out to any and everybody, because that's what happens. Then you got to ask for all that to come back so that you can be whole. So we don't want our young men or our young ladies to
I was about to say that, too. Our young men, too, because, I mean, that's something, and I know Brother Sean talks about this a lot, but it's just like, we got to teach our young men. It's just like, you know, we not to get too graphic with it, but it's like every hole ain't a good hole.
Come on. and think about what hole you rub it up against. Well,
you're too funny for that one.
Because, well, that's counterculture, isn't it? Because we're talking about a different culture here, aren't we? We're talking about our men physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, subconsciously being ready, you know, emptying out that subconscious of any trauma, of anything that might have happened in your life. So you're prepared to give the wholeness, the health, and the strength to your children.
Yeah.
He's a man going to give goodness to his daughter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's sound and because he's healthy and he's whole. And we want our men to think of themselves the same way as we teach our young ladies too.
Facts of Cap.
And Matt, I also think it's critical to share, again, as Coach Terron shared, the rites of passage is not just for young men. It is for young men. It's for young women. It's for adults. It's for anyone, I say, of African descent who is has a desire to learn more about their culture, learn more about their history, and to answer those 3 questions. Who am I? What is my purpose? And how I know it to be true? If you don't know those answers to that question, the rites of passage will be valuable to you.
That's right.
Because at the end, you will be able to answer those 3 questions. And I always, we do our best to impart and remind folks those 3 questions because it grounds you in why you're going through this process. And again, it is for all genders. It's for all ages. Particularly those who are about to step into young adulthood. Younger than that, it's in some aspects of it's too young for you to fully be able to digest. Because we do talk about some very impactful things: the Willie Lynch theory, culture, expectations, Kwanzaa. These are critical functions that we discuss that a lot of us might have heard in passing, might celebrate, but don't truly understand the value and history of what we're celebrating.
Right.
So you do learn some very impactful things. You do some internal checking. You ask questions of your parents. You learn about what was happening in the world during that time. All of these things are not gender specific. These are things that anyone would find value in learning and comprehending and understanding. So I just wanted to make sure I added that.
And sometimes you get some hard yet very necessary answers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes those answers ain't easy. And as my brother just said, we do have a class, and we will check, go to fathersmakingprogress.org. Feel free to just or wherever, just feel free under the podcast link, whatever. Just when is the next class? We will definitely let people know when the next class is going to be.
We are looking at an August class.
Yes.
Okay.
We will have 2 orientation dates. I'll make sure I pull those up and can share those on the podcast before we end today. I'll make sure I pull that up.
We'll definitely have that in the link when the class will be. So y'all call us out if it ain't on the link.
I'm gonna say it right here in a few minutes.
They're getting a lot of information right here, right now, but there's going to be even more information at these gatherings, at the orientations. So they need to come and hear a lot more. So
I'm gonna do 2 more facts and cap.
Okay.
Facts or cap. Facts or cap. People come to Earth just randomly with no purpose. Facts or cap.
Cap.
Man, I'm like, when are you gonna hit us
Shut
with a
that
fact?
down. Get out of here with that.
All right, I got another one. Facts or cap. West Africans can't stand Black Americans.
Cap. Y'all can speak to that better than me. Y'all went over there.
Exactly, and I've been not just to Ghana, but I've been to Rwanda and South Africa and other places as well. And there is some issues there, actually, because of identity.
Yes.
Like what we're talking about. So come out and learn. Come out and hear why they think like they think, and then you'll learn. You'll learn.
I know one of the things that I was just really it took me a while to really accept this as reality. I was clutch. It's funny because I'm not even the kind of guy. Like, I'm the kind of guy. I just walk. I just walk the streets in New York City. I work. I walk the streets anywhere. I'm cool with it. But I've never been a clutch my wallet kind of person. But some of the stuff that happened over there, I started to clutch my wallet. Like, what's going on? Because people were just a little too welcoming and friendly, and I thought it was fake. I'll just be honest. Like, because I didn't understand it. But after just really, really internalizing and talking to people, and this was in Accra, in Ghana.
Yeah.
But after internalizing and talking to people and just figuring and finding out why, because it's just like this whole kind of missing family theory. It's just like when you talk about the transatlantic slave trade and how people were just like kidnapped from people in the middle of the night. Like families broken up. It's stories over there of a great uncle who just never came home.
Yeah.
And how anybody who comes over there could, like, we don't know if that's my descendant or not. And it's just like I'm just like, wow, that's so that whole welcome home that you get is real.
Yeah.
And it's powerful. And I just like, man, it's like don't get me wrong. I love my city. I love my country. I'm not saying that. But I'll tell you, it was a different feeling.
And it depends on where you go too.
Coming back to the U.S.
Depends on where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different. It's very different. It's powerful.
Can I just no, I'm gonna save it for later.
Oh.
I'm gonna save it for later.
What's that?
I was gonna share when we doing the orientation. I'm gonna say that. We doing fact and cat.
Okay. One more.
Asked that one. I thought that was
one
the
more
last
fact.
one.
No. Okay, I do one more facts and cap.
That's what
Let's see if you give us a fact.
Oh, you want to give?
Yeah, you ain't.
They gonna know now because I'm thinking on it. But I'm waiting to see if you're gonna give us a fact.
Oh man, I got okay. Let me see if I can find the fact. No.
Why it's all cap?
I can't do it like that. I can't do it like that. Now it's gonna be not a game convoluted. I'm just gonna throw something out there. I'll throw something out there. Okay. Rites of Passage is not religion.
Rites of Passage is not religion?
Yeah.
Fact.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. So
we are not a religious-based entity, but we do talk about spirituality throughout the journey.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And you'll get the definition of those things differently. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Because traditionally, and it's so funny, and that's it got people culturally in trouble. But you know, proselytization is not a big part of what we do or why we do. You know, it's just
Right.
like it's almost kind of a live and let live philosophy.
Exactly.
You know, definitely. Man, appreciate you all. So moving forward, I wanted to just talk a little bit about as we move to the end, you know, because we ain't got that much time. We're running short on time. We did. Oh my gosh, we didn't.
Flew.
I'm telling you, like, man, like I didn't get a chance to. Wow. You know this. Hey, this has just been a beautiful discussion. So we're getting here to the end. So we're gonna end with some rapid fire. We're gonna end with some rapid fire word association. So basically, I'm gonna say a word. And you give me the first honest thing that comes to mind. You know, no overthinking. Who wants to go first?
Just say the word. Anybody can answer.
No. I usually do it with a person. We're going to do it with a person.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Abba Sheila. Abba Sheila want to go first. I can tell you. Yep. So, rapid fire. Ancestors.
Blessing.
Identity.
Me.
Sankofa.
Look back and grab hold.
All right. Give it up for it. All right, Kweku T. Elderhood.
Impactful.
Spirit.
Blessings.
Liberation.
Critical.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, give it up to him.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, man, you know, today reminded us that you know, our culture and cultural identity is not lost. You know, we can really bathe in these lessons and and walk on these wings, you know, and walk on these shoulders that were that were set up before us and for us to walk on. You know, we've dedicated our lives and our careers to be flame keepers of these ancient ways, and we are here to share. And thank you all for being here to share, and how fatherhood and cultural and spirituality all works hand in hand to build stronger community.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. You know, your guests here once again. You know, our podcast was brought to us today by Better Together. You know, the Fathers Making Progress program that builds a healthier co-parent day, you know, for co-parents willing to come back to the table and learn how to love their children. Because, hey, no one loves your children like you too. If you are interested in an upcoming Better Together class, check out the link, check out the QR code up top, or check out the link in the comments, or hey, just go to fathersmakingprogress.org and get signed on. Kweku Tangelo, Abba Sheila, thank you so much. And when is the orientation classes?
Yes, we're going to do 2 orientations. The first one is going to be Saturday, August 6th at 10 a.m. And then the second one will be Saturday, August 8th, also at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. One of those will be at the MLK Library, and the other one will be at the Valete Library.
Culture is important, and this is a big part of what we do and why we do. You know, there's 2 people in this world. You know, a person that things happen to and a person that things happen for. So until next time, stay present, stay positive, and stay making progress. Peace.
Fathers making progress, F&P. Every day I strive to be a better me. Whole lot of scars, couple felonies. I know a lot